Yo, what is good, YouTube? And welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new Showtime cards coming tomorrow. We got 3 of them: Super Athletic Slashers, Aaron Gordon, John Wall, Corey Maggette. All 3 of these cards are intriguing to me. I'm not going to lie, especially John Wall. That is a 6'3", 6'4" point guard with legit size, a very fast release, and elite slashing ability. Depending on what his movement and everything is looking like, John Wall is probably one of the better guards in the entire game. In fact, I could definitely see a world where he's better than Magic and better than some of those guys, and basically is probably the second best point guard in the game behind only SGA, if he's as good of a shooter as I think he might be, if he's a good enough shooter, I should say. Aaron Gordon, Corey Maggette, probably good as well. Before we hop into the video and talk about these cards specifically, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 15,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So, Showtime cards coming tomorrow in Diamond John Wall, and then the 2 Amethysts right there. That is all we will be getting tomorrow, is those 3 players. There will probably not be agendas or anything like that, but I will say, these cards are probably going to be very, very good. John Wall, 93 overall. What's the most recent 93 overall? Well, how much was Paul George? Paul George was at 245,000 MT for a 92, and then MJ's at 94. He's 275, so 260K probably for John Wall. Actually, I'm not 100% entirely sure. The 91 overalls, these will probably be like just over 100,000 MT for Aaron Gordon and Corey Maggette, and then John Wall will probably be 250,000-ish, somewhere around there. We'll find out exactly how much he's going to cost tomorrow morning. But let's talk about John Wall first. Honestly, let's just talk about what you're looking at with this John Wall card, to be completely honest. Does he have a free agent card by any chance? I don't think he does, but I kind of just want to check. Oh, he does. Okay, 92 overall free agent right here. 96 speed, 72 3 ball, 85 driving dunk, 86 perimeter, 88 lateral, 81 steal, really low interior and block. No speed booster. If he does not have Hoff speed booster, I'm going to be disappointed. I want Hoff speed booster on John Wall, please. That's basically quick first step from previous years. It's a very John Wall badge. He's one of the fastest players in the history of basketball, literally. If he doesn't get that, I'm going to be mad. Now, this was season 2 last year. This card came out in a very similar time frame, actually technically before this new John Wall is coming out, but it was also a 95 versus a 93. I don't think his stats will be quite this good, but if they're decently close to this, say 95 speed, 83 ball, 90 driving dunk, 90 perimeter, 65 interior, 90 lateral, if it's something along those lines and he has Hall of Fame speed boost or even gold speed booster and all the playmaking badges he needs, probably will have Hall of Fame blow by, would be my guess. And then defensively, he'll hopefully have good defensive badges as well. I can live with him not having limitless range and not being an incredible shooter because his release is really good. He's going to be an amazing card regardless. That I am totally convinced of. But the thing is, he's going to give me enough defensively. He's basically better Dwayne Wade is how I would describe John Wall. He's not going to be quite as good interior defensively, but he's going to probably, number 1, move better than D Wade. And number 2, he's going to have a much faster, much better release. So he's going to be a much bigger threat from the 3-point line than D Wade is. So I think while you give up a little bit of defense running him, I do think there's a world in which this is like almost the new best point guard in the game. I don't think he's better than SGA. SGA is 6'6" and can get every badge, still has really good animations, a great release, all that type of stuff. So I find it hard to believe he's better than SGA. It all depends on what the badges are looking like, though. If they give him Hoff speed booster and some stuff like that, he's going to be really, really good. Corey Maggette, I think he got like a diamond last year. Yeah, he did. Season 2 diamond. Okay. Probably look kind of similar to this card, actually. Not quite as good, but again, if he's 87 speed, 86 speed, and 85 3-ball, 85 driving dunk, and 80 plus across the board on defense, this is a really, really good shooting guard. 6'6", 6'8" wingspan, doesn't have incredible size. There's a lot of good shooting guards in the game, but this Corey Maggette, kind of like Dr. J and Vince Carter, both of whom came out in the first set of Showtime cards that we got this year. This is a really good card at the shooting guard position, if his release is good as well. Last year, his release was the D-Rob base, which is really, really good. If he has a good release like D-Rob base this year, which hopefully, fingers crossed, he will, because he's not a current player, probably not going to get his jump shot updated, then that D-Rob release is still great this year, so I think that would be really, really good for Corey Maggette is if he has that release, and he's probably going to be a great card if he's a versatile defender. Also, will he have gold limitless range or any limitless range, even if it's bronze or silver? The card last year did. If we get a Corey Maggette that's got posterizer, limitless, playmaking badges and defense, like this card was really, really good last year. If he looks anything like this, he's one of the best shooting guards in the game. And then the last one is Aaron Gordon. The one problem with Aaron Gordon is that his release, honestly, is not that great. It's kind of a baited release, but he already has a Ruby this year. Admittedly, that Ruby is not that good. 91 speed, or 71 speed, 73 3 ball, 85 standing and driving dunk. Pretty decent defender, though. Aaron Gordon's going to be a really, really good defensive card. He's probably going to have gold clamps and a 90 perimeter, 85 interior, something like that. The question is the speed. Is it going to get up to high enough where it needs to really be like around an 80? You're going to want that speed in that 3 ball at an 80. If it's there, then he's going to be good. He's not going to be probably great. I don't think he's really that insane of a card, but I do think he'll be a good option. I don't think he's going to be an insane option, but I do think you're probably looking at a very solid option at the small forward position. Like he's probably the least desirable, at least in my opinion, of the cards that are going to be coming out tomorrow, but I do think he still has the potential at least to be a pretty good card. We'll have much better badges than this Ruby version. I think specifically the Showtime players specifically seemed to be pretty complete when they came out earlier this year and was a set of like 3 really good cards. I think Aaron Gordon will be set up to be pretty good as well. Corey Maggette will probably be very, very good. And John Wall, I could 100% see being like arguably the best point guard in the game. Maybe not the best, but at least like pretty close. His release is super duper fast. Like it's one of the fast releases in the game, which is something that people are going to actually have to adjust to because it's so dang quick. It's like, I honestly can't describe how quick John Wall's release is. It might be the fastest release that I've shot this year. And that might not be an exaggeration. Like it is incredibly fast, but that also helps you get it off, which is really, really helpful. So I just think he's going to be very, very good. We'll have to see obviously how he moves, but as an elite slasher who also is going to be able to shoot the ball super well and get open really, really fast, I don't know. He's an interesting card for sure, and I do think you're probably looking at a world where he's the best point guard in the game, or at least like top 2. So that is that, though. That's everything there is to know about this drop. So let me know if y'all are excited about for tomorrow's content. And then 2K also did announce, I will just mention this real quickly before we end the video. I know this isn't what this video is about, but the Gauntlet is coming Wednesday. Instead of Thursday, we will be getting a challenged Ruby reward player on Thursday for the Mexico City game. My guess is that'll probably be Juan Toscano Anderson, because I think he's the only Mexican player, Mexican-born player in the NBA right now. So I would not be surprised at all to see Juan Toscano Anderson as that reward player. But regardless, should have a decent amount of content this week. The Gauntlet being on Wednesday is sick. I'm excited to see who that player is, and hopefully it's an elite card like Chris Bosh, and that should be some interesting, fun content for sure. We'll see what mode that's in as well. It might be Triple Threat Online again, but it could also definitely be Clutch Time Online, or even Unlimited, which would be really, really interesting. But that is all there is to talk about for today, I think, in terms of the new news. So I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.